Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in my basement again, / my mom's office. And we are looking at the Hoover Nano once again. Yeah, and this is going to be a full review of this vacuum. So we've had this vacuum for 11 years. And this thing actually has been a really good vacuum. This was originally our main vacuum before we got the Mila Jazz, and then this one was moved down here as the secondary vacuum. And yeah, this thing is pretty good. I'm just going to talk about some things that I like, things that I don't like, go over some pros and cons, and I will run it for you today. There goes an ambulance. So yeah, we're gonna run it today. Yeah, so this is the vacuum. It's a bagless. You can take this off. This is the canister right here. It's got a Hepa filter. Basically what you do, it's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you unlock this lid and you can pull it out, and there's the filter. Nothing really too special. And then you just line up the arrows to get it to lock back in, and you twist it, lock it back into place. It also has a motor filter down here. You take this cover off, wash this under water every now and then you just line that up, push it back in. There is the power switch. It has a Brushroll shut-off switch that's kind of broken on this one. Does have a Brushroll that's pretty much shot, as you can tell here. These bristles are pretty much done. I don't know if you can really see, but bristles are pretty much done on this thing. It's also missing the height adjustment wheels. As you can tell, these clips here have broken, and the height adjustment wheels are falling off, and we tried to get them back on with different solutions, but it never really worked. But it's really not that hard to push. I mean, it really doesn't make that much of a difference not having them on, surprisingly. It does have a Brushroll shut-off switch that I said is kind of broken. It's kind of stubborn. You can push it like this. If you do that, it doesn't switch back and forth. Like, you have to. It also doesn't really work with shoes, and I don't have my shoes on right now. But it doesn't really work with shoes, and you have to kind of hit it with your heel, and you have to hit it really hard to get it to go back, and there. I find that it's harder to get it to come up than get it to go down. To get it to go down, you just press on it hard. But to get it to go up, you have to really find the sweet spot to get it to come back up. The cord isn't very long. Actually, it's not long at all. It's actually really short. Very short cord. We can take the cord out, though. I can show you kind of how the hose works. The hose is kind of complicated. I don't really like the hose system. So what you have to do is you have to unclip this hose. And you have to clip it up here. And this handle comes out. You push this gray button in the back. And there's the hose. It's got a crevice tool on there. And if you want, you can also put this dusting brush on. But I don't really use the hose on this vacuum unless there's maybe spider webs up in corners. I don't ever use the brush. Sometimes I will use the hose, but I don't usually use it. This is where the dog is, and this vacuum is actually really good for pet hair as well, even though it doesn't really claim it. But this vacuum is so lightweight. Yeah, super lightweight. I think this thing's like 7 pounds. Very light. That's why it's called a Nano. Basically what I do, instead of using the hose, I just pick the whole thing up and vacuum it along the carpet, since this thing doesn't have a turbo brush. This was the newer version to the Nano Lite, which was the older version of this. But yeah, let's go ahead and run it. regarding to the Brushroll shutoff switch, we just really don't even use it because this could be relating to the height adjustment wheels. I find that it actually picks up a bit better on hardwood floors with the Brushroll on. It doesn't really kick anything around, probably because it does sit quite a bit lower. But yeah, we did have to tape the cord on kind of right there because there was a lot of bare wire exposed there. Okay, so here's the power switch in the back. The vacuum is very loud. But yeah, we'll go ahead and run it along here. So here we go. Come in here. Now what I do here is I just pick the whole thing up and go on the couch, vacuum it like that. I find that that's pretty easy. As opposed to using the hose and all the complicated attachments. It's pretty effective. I won't do that right now. But yeah, we can go on hardcore. Brushroll switches off here. But I find that it actually does a little bit better of a job with the Brushroll on. Also, the Brushroll is shot, so maybe that's also a reason why that it works a little bit better. Now, one thing that we also had to do, this is not the original power switch. The original one cracked and broke off a long time ago, so we got that one as a replacement for it. And what really surprised me, yeah, this is an extremely small vacuum. It's very loud. But one thing is for sure, even though this thing is small, just from that short little vacuuming session, look at how much hair we picked up. I mean, that is a lot. It's a lot of hair that this thing picks up every single time. It works great. Great job. So, yeah. One pro is that this thing is very light. I pick this thing up and use it on the stairs too, just vacuuming. I can pick this thing up. There's also an upstairs room up there. I can use this up there, just pick it up, carry it up the stairs. Perfectly easy. It does have pretty good suction, as you can tell. It picks up a good amount of stuff. Con is that, yes, it is very loud. And that this thing, I've noticed that on this Hoover and my grandma's Hoover Wind Tunnel T-Series, they both have this Brushroll clutch system, and it has both gotten like this one. On the other one, it's even worse. It doesn't go back and forth at all. It just doesn't. This one still goes if you really push it hard. But yeah, I don't know why that is. They both have gotten screwed up. The hose is a bit complicated, and it really doesn't work that well, the hose. But what is nice, it's so light, I can just pick it up and use it on the couch, which really works a lot better than a turbo brush I have found. The cord is very short. That is not a good thing, especially if you have a really big house. Pro is that this thing, when we bought it brand new 11 years ago, I think this thing was like $65 at like Target or Walmart or someplace like that, and it was really cheap. It was really easy. I feel like maybe it was from Target, but I don't know. But yeah, the controls are pretty easy. Just switch right there, switch right there. There's no pedal to get this thing to go back. You just stomp on it and it goes. I really don't have an opinion about bag versus bagless. People can think what they can think. Bagless option, on one half, it is a bad thing because when you empty it, there is a bunch of stuff that kind of goes flying everywhere. But it is a good thing, I guess, because usually these canisters will last the life of the vacuum, and you don't have to buy new ones every time it gets dirty. You just empty out, put it back on, and it's ready to go. So, yeah, it's a pretty good vacuum. We're pretty happy with it. We've had it a long time, and it works pretty good. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.